Hi, I'm Dominique Molina, founder of the American Institute of Certified Tax Planners. And if you're watching this, you either just booked a call with me or someone on my team, or you're seriously considering it. Either way, I'm really glad that you're here because before we meet, I want to walk you through how our advanced tax reduction licensing program works and why it's not like anything else out there. Because if you're like most tax pros, you've probably never seen anything like this before. By the end of this quick video, two things are going to happen. Number one, you'll understand exactly why your practice isn't growing the way it should, even though you're working long hours and serving clients well. And more importantly, you'll see how it's possible to completely transform that model so that you can earn more, you can work less, and actually enjoy the impact that you're making. And the second thing is I'll give you some tips to help you prepare for your call so you can get the absolute most out of talking with our business coaches. This is important before your call because I want to make sure that you understand all the fundamentals beforehand, and that way you and your tax business coach can spend less time on the basics and jump right into what you specifically need to make this transformation. So really quickly, let's just talk about the trap that so many CPAs and enrolled agents are caught in, and we find attorneys are stuck in this trap as well. The truth is that most attorneys, CPAs, and EAs, they know their technical stuff inside and out, but they're trapped in a business model that requires more hours to make more money. You're doing tax prep, bookkeeping, and basic planning, which firstly are all commoditized services where clients shop based on price. And you're competing with millions of other tax pros out there, and even things like TurboTax and AI software. And so because of this, so many qualified tax pros are working themselves to the bone year-round, 50, 60, even 80 hours a week, yet still struggling to build the practice that they dreamed of when they got their license. But here's what I've discovered after working with over 1,700 tax pros. The problem isn't that you need to work harder or find more hours in the day. The problem is that you're selling the wrong type of engagement entirely. And this is the truth that no one told you. You're not doing the wrong work. You're just missing the skill set that makes that work truly valuable. So let me just explain and break down what I mean. Most licensed tax pros were trained to report what already happened, but no one ever taught you how to change what happens next. That skill set, proactive tax reduction, that's not part of your licensing requirements. It's not taught in undergrad. It's not taught in graduate school. It's not in CPE, continuing ed, or even most professional training. Honestly, it's taught in law school. The problem is most tax pros don't go to law school. Now, our licensing program is more than a course. It's an apprenticeship in a new discipline. We train you to think like a tax strategist. We teach you legal techniques that your competitors have never even heard of. And we show you how to use them in real time to create measurable, bankable savings for your clients. Now, I want to address something important. You may have heard people say that you can make more while working less. And I just want to be honest with you. Advanced tax reduction planning isn't necessarily less work. In fact, it can take more time, especially as you're learning. But here's the key difference. That time creates real value. Now look, nobody wants to pay for 30 hours of hyper-accurate tax prep. They have to. It's a chore, not a choice. But business owners want to pay to save $100,000 in taxes. They will happily invest in someone who can make that happen, even if it takes longer, because they see ROI, return on investment. And that's the transformation. You stop selling your hours. You start delivering outcomes. And when your work leads to real savings, increased cash flow, and more peace of mind for your clients, they stick around, they refer others, and they pay premium fees. And so that's where your leverage comes in, because with those premium fees, you actually get to decide what happens next. You can reduce your workload and maintain your income, or you can scale your business and out-earn most attorneys and doctors. It's not about doing less work. It's about doing work that creates more opportunity. Now, here's what this looks like in the real world. I want to give you a real example. One of our certified tax planners, instead of preparing 200 individual tax returns at $400 each, and I'm rounding, that roughly makes $80,000 and hundreds of hours. Now, this person does 18 tax reduction plans at an average of $28,000 each. That's over $500,000 in revenue for significantly fewer hours of work. Same person, same technical knowledge, sort of, completely different business model. Now, here's why this works. Because business owners will pay $20,000 and up when they're going to save $100,000 in taxes, but they won't pay $20,000 for a tax return, no matter how perfect it is. So it's not about working more hours. It's about solving bigger, more valuable problems. And these aren't outliers. They're people who stopped trying to work harder and learned how to work smarter with the right tools. Now, right now, you're probably selling $800 to $2,000 tax returns, and that requires you to gather documents, input data, review for accuracy, deal with client questions, do a little bit of cleanup, detective work to figure out where things done properly in the past. And you're doing that all for just hundreds of dollars, but hours of your time. What if instead you could sell a $15,000 tax reduction plan that takes the same amount of time or even less? Now, people still need their tax prep. That's a given. You're automatically going to get that work. However, because you're now offering more value, you can charge even more for the tax prep work as well. And that means you could literally work 30 times less hours and make even more money than you currently do. Here's the thing. We don't just give you theory or surface level ideas. This isn't a one-time course or a static library. It is a living, breathing program designed to grow with you. From your first client win to building a firm that runs with systems and scale, this is the program that you'll return to again and again. You get legal tax strategies taught by experts, a full library of case studies and real-world examples that grow every single week, proprietary tax planning software, complete marketing systems, licensing and certification to position you as the authority, pricing tools to help you charge what your work is really worth, and ongoing coaching to help you build this new skill set into a sustainable, scalable business model. Now, we have over 1,700 tax professionals that have used this proven system, not just to spark short-term gains, but to create an entirely new business model that evolves with them. Whether you're just starting out or you're years into your practice, this is the engine that you'll use continuously. Refine, expand, and elevate your work. Here's the beautiful part. Once you have our system, the marketing becomes easier too, because instead of competing with every tax preparer in town on price, you're now the specialist who saves business owners massive amounts of money. You become the person that they seek out, not someone that they shop around for. But here's what makes this possible, and this is crucial. We don't just teach you the strategies, we give you the complete system, the licensing, the certification that positions you as the expert, the advanced tax planning techniques that your competitors don't know, the marketing materials that attract high-value clients, the pricing strategies that command premium fees, and the proprietary software to deliver these services professionally. You're not starting from scratch. you're plugging into a proven system that's already worked for over 1,700 other professionals just like you. Now, this isn't about finding more time in your day. This is about completely changing what you do with the time that you have. So if you're excited for this call, let's talk about how to make the most of it. This call is about understanding where your practice is now, what's specifically holding you back from this transformation, where you want to go, and then building a custom plan for your situation as a licensed tax planner. Now, before the call, make sure to be in a quiet space with a good internet connection, preferably at home on your laptop or at your desk. Have a pen and notebook ready to take notes. Think about what you really want to achieve, not just what seems realistic based on your current model, but your actual goals. And be ready to share where your current practice is at, including your approximate annual revenue and current workload. If you have all of this stuff ready to go, then we can show you exactly how this licensing program works, give you the actionable steps regardless of whether you work with us, and identify what's specifically keeping you trapped in your current model. So just remember, this program is exclusively for attorneys, licensed CPAs, and EAs. If you don't hold one of those licenses, this program won't be a fit. Just send us a quick message and let us know so that we can take someone from our waitlist and move them up. I think that's about it for this video. We're excited to connect with you and show you exactly how to transform your practice. So make sure to show up on time, be prepared, and get ready to see what's possible when you stop selling your time and start selling your expertise. And we'll see you soon on the call.